Good morning. We are now bound to New York from Montreal via Toronto. We didn't really do anything this morning except for get ready. Here we are at the queue just to check in. Thank you. Thank you, sir. I love you. Cool. These are Marnie and Lauren. They're very retarded people. Here you go.
Huh? Oh.
You see what I mean? See what I mean? Yeah, that's what I meant. But Lauren's not as retarded as Marnie. Marnie's
extra retarded. Extra special.
Extra special. And then Andy is the mother of all.
Shadiest.
Oh my god.
Just waiting for the flight to take off. Score. Oh yeah, so we're watching this immersive play. I think that's the best way to describe it, right? Immersive play. Tonight called Sleep No More.
It's gonna be exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boarding door has now been closed. If you plan to use a mobile device during flight...
So the play is based on Macbeth. And it's to do something about witch trials. Like witch 37 trials. We don't know much else apart from that. Neither of us have read Macbeth either.
Some of the rules tonight are they'll be giving us a mask each and we have to keep the mask on all the time. Of course, no cameras, no phones, no recording. They mentioned that we will be part of kind of the whole experience and there will be interaction from the actors and actresses. And one more thing that she mentioned was that we have to go in prepared to be separated. So it's go in with the mindset of being alone. You should experience this play, I guess, from an individual's perspective. So
I mean, what they're saying that your experience is heightened when it's an individual experience as compared to when you experience it with friends. Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes, but first we have to get to New York. But definitely I'm taking her to Shake Shack. I used to love Five Guys, but then I've heard now it's all hype. So I don't know if Five Guys is still as good. I really want to bring her to Shake Shack and I want to show her what Times Square looks like because you see it all the time. So I want her to be there, take a picture or something, hold a hand or something, and then just for the rest of her life she can say, yeah, I've been to Times Square and I've seen that. Yeah, because you'll see all the Avengers movies, all the random movies, everything is just all you'll see Times Square, Manhattan City. So yeah.
And we're flying off.
And now we find ourselves in New York. So we're at the hotel called Citizen M and it's a pretty good place, at least from what I've read online.
And it smells really nice.
We're right smack in the middle of Times Square, so I thought it was a very nice spot because we don't really have a lot of time to spend here in New York, but everything's cool so far. Look, they've got a sink here and they've got storage under the bed and everything. They got a nice stuffed toy. That's cool. You can see the street downstairs. First place I want to hit is Shake Shack because I'm actually really hungry. Everything. I film everything. We're going to McCritic Hotel now because we are done with Shake Shack and we've been walking a little bit too slow. It's our own fault.
Yes.
We were supposed to be there 5 minutes ago. I mean, technically we're not late, but we don't want to be late. What do you think of Shake Shack?
Pretty good. Shake Shack portions are a lot smaller than I expected because I used to expect I expected really big portions from probably the last time I went to LA where they had really big serving portions. But yeah, It was really good.
You like the fries more or you like the burger more? Because I love the burger, it was dope. Let's go.
I like the burger.
Right? And she had a shroom shack.
I didn't expect the cheese in the portobello mushroom.
Oh yeah.
So like when I bit into it, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Cheese in the portobello mushroom, that was cool. So yes, we are at the corner of 10th Avenue and 29th Street, but we are headed to the 27. Then we're gonna make a turn towards McCritic Hotel, and that's where Sleep No More is. Now the thing is, I don't know if there's a dress code because I'm just in a t-shirt and jeans. So we'll see how it goes. I'll just wing it. We know for sure that we won't be able to film, so I guess I'll just respect that and stop filming from here. And then we'll just update everyone when we are done. Shiba Inu.
This is the third Shiba Inu I've seen.
So far, you mean here in New York?
Like, just within the last hour.
Queue is moving. Going in.
Going in.
Going in. This is the McCritic Hotel, and behind us is a place called Gallo Green. They have a tie-in, or maybe they're owned by the same people, I don't know. But one of the ticket tiers is to have a meal at Gallo Green.
A meal and champagne, if I'm not wrong.
And there's one with the champagne and one without champagne.
Yeah.
The $300 one is a champagne one.
Yeah.
$300 for a meal, a champagne table, while you wait priority queue instead of queuing out here like us. But then again, it's $118. There's one of the staff checking tickets, so I guess we'll just go prepare now. Let you know what we thought about everything once it's over.
3 hours later.
We are on the way back to our hotel
Yes, yes.
from Sleep No More. It was a very interesting experience for me, at least.
For me as well, I'm so tired. Ran after the characters, like literally, like.
No wait, she ran after characters. I didn't. I just followed. But basically, we can't explain anything to you guys. It's kind of like we don't even know really what's going on.
So we're just speculating because there's a bunch of characters and there are different perspectives going on at the same time. So like when you follow one character, you might miss out on another, on something else. I think we got separated at the very first instance when we entered the place because I was curious and he looked up and he was like, oh, she's gone. So when we shared our different experience, we realized we saw like really different things which helped to fill in the gaps of the storyline. Yeah.
But we still don't really understand the whole storyline. Maybe because neither of us know Macbeth, and also because right at the start of the whole thing they didn't even give you any synopsis. They kind of set the mood. They put you into a bar-like area.
Yeah.
They gave you a card and they told you a bunch of stuff. And then they brought you into a lift. Okay, the interesting part at the start was when they brought us into the lift. And then the door opened. And then one girl just walked off on her own and he closed the door.
Yeah.
And literally she got separated from her friends.
Yeah.
And so that was quite interesting because she just walked out thinking that,
Everyone else is gonna come out.
yeah, we didn't even know it was a lift.
Yeah.
Then it started moving.
Yeah.
And then he said something like, if at any point of time you feel everything's too overwhelming, you can always go back to the second floor
Yeah.
where the bar is at. Note that this is going to be an individual experience. Make sure that you, if anything that's clinging on to you, you know, or you have any like ties with other people, be prepared to have it severed from you or something like that. Sometimes things are not always what they seem to be. For those of you who are curious, go ahead, find things out on your own, something like that. So this girl stepped out and then she just closed the door. Like only one girl, and she was like, huh, like that. Yeah, I mean her friends were in the lift also, and then everyone started laughing. So that kind of set the whole tone of the whole experience, which told us that yeah, it's more of an experience than anything.
But then it's not like people are gonna jump scare you because it's a story, right? It's not fear factor or anything.
The one thing that irritated me the most was the other audience. Some people just didn't know how to behave themselves. Some people ended up thinking that, oh, it's okay to challenge the rules. Like we were all given these white masks here. Yeah, everyone had to put on the white mask like this This is to say that you remain anonymous and that you're an audience. And there are some of the staff or the helpers that would be wearing black masks, and then you could see that the audience were like challenging them or like purposely getting in the way of the actors sometimes, and I felt that it was like kind of irritating. It kind of took away from the experience a little bit. For example, like maybe a climactic part, like let's say for example someone breaks into a room and then something's happening in the room, but the moment this person breaks in the room, you'll see some of the audience going to the place where that person came from, and it distracts everyone else from what's going on the story.
I felt like it was okay. I think they were just curious, and sometimes there are a lot of people in the room as well, so like they might want to go out. I felt like maybe the only part where they might have been a little bit disrespectful was when people couldn't maintain their distance. So like when they're acting, you don't go like straight up to their face. But then apart from that, I thought it was an okay experience for us.
There was this one actress, she was wearing a really long dress, like I wouldn't say a long dress, like a dress with the trail. And then people were following her so close that they were actually stepping on the trail, and I'm like, they're trying to portray a story but you're there hindering them, you know what I mean? All in all, it was an interesting experience, just I wish that there could be a little bit more rules enforced in place, to make it more enjoyable for everyone. I mean, that's just for me.
Yeah, I'm personally alright with how things were today.
And we are back. Alright, so this is us saying goodnight. So we had a great 1 week in Montreal, and then this is our one and only night in New York. Tomorrow we fly, so we'll see how maybe we have an early night and we have an early day tomorrow.
Yep.
Bye.